just do whatever you want whenever you want. You're actually just a slave to your impulses, and you can't actually make change when you want to make change. For me, for so long, I thought not getting to do whatever I want whenever I wanted was restriction, and it felt like I was being trapped. And be able to make that mindset of, okay, discipline is freedom. It literally changed my whole life, and I'm not being hyperbolic. So one of the biggest pushbacks I get from clients is tracking calories using something like MyFitnessPal to ensure that you're in a calorie deficit when you're trying to lose weight. It's understanding how much we are actually consuming and how much of it's proteins, fats, carbs, fiber, etc. Because a lot of times we are just like unaware, and you don't realize how many extra calories you're getting from certain things and how quickly some of this stuff adds up. It's really a good way to fix habit formation. You don't even realize that you're over consuming calories. How are you going to fix it? I do get a lot of pushback on the tracking. And while I don't think you need to be tracking your whole life, we can go through seasons of when we track, when we don't track. And essentially for myself, I do track calories when I'm on a cut. I strictly adhere to a certain set of macros and calories. But when I am not cutting, I don't. I do more intuitively eat and allow myself some more freedom within my diet. If I was gonna try to lose weight and I refused to track calories, here's what I would do to ensure I was still in a calorie deficit. One, I would not drink any calories. 0 calories should be consumed in liquid form. It's so easy to overconsume calories when you're not eating. Our brains don't process drinking calories the same way as we do when we eat them. It's not satiating the same way, so you end up eating way more. The only thing we would ever drink historically is water, so you would never drink calories, and so our bodies are not programmed to register drinking as calories. Secondly, I would avoid ultra-processed foods at all costs. These things are designed to be hyper-palatable. They're not satiating at all, and they're high calorie and low nutrient dense. And number 3, I wouldn't eat out at all. I know that sounds harsh. Have you ever looked at the calories on food, on fast food or any restaurants? It's crazy. You can eat 1,200 calories with one meal, no problem. Food ends up being super high in fat, and also is really hard to even gauge the portion control, which leads me to number 4. I would absolutely keep it as simple and boring as possible. I would try to eat as close to the same meals every day as I could, because that's gonna ensure we're consistently sitting around the same calories and insisting, and if we're in a deficit, we'll be losing the weight, and if we're not, we'll know, okay, then I can just pull one thing out of my diet, and then it should tip the scales into a calorie deficit. Lastly, I would prioritize protein. Try to get your protein in every meal, even eat it first, and then save your carbs and your fats for later in the meal. And so essentially those are my 5 tips. If you're not gonna track your calories, makes it harder to lose the weight, and actually restricts you more with your diet. And if you track your food, you can have a lot more freedom in with what you consume. You just got to put a little bit more work in on the front end. And so essentially you can pick your heart. Do you want to take the time to track, or do you want to not worry about tracking but be really boring with our diet?